Okay, round 2 of the stash busting begins. Right, let's move this out of the way for a second. Right, what I've done is I've taken the box that I'm going to use as the base with the drawer. Obviously already taken out the drawer bit. All I did is I scored round the bottom here and then peeled the whole bit of paper off, just so that I knew all the glue would be gone and it'll be easier to stick decorative paper to that. Now the sides and the back are fully intact, there's no marks on them. The inside's really good, it's just this bit here which will be the front. Oops. And the bottom here. So that's the only bits that I'll need to decorate. Trying to make life easy for myself. Though so far I think it may have been easier to build this from scratch. Okay, so I removed the spine and the front cover, back cover, doesn't matter which, from the outer, this bit, the outer bit of the drawer. What I did then was I placed back on my drawer, then I placed what will be the box bit on top and measured up how high I would need to have a piece to cover the back. So that's the drawer, this bit, minus about 1/8 of an inch. So if you take it up to the top, that should be fine. So this bit ended up being, I found my ruler, being 5 3/4, no, 5 5/8, 5 5/8 of an inch deep. I've now put double-sided tape both sides. This is double-sided carpet tape. I shouldn't need Tyvek with this around it because it's not going to be something that's going to be moved around a lot. It's just there to keep it. And what I should do is when I take this off, I'll put paper on it as a hinge just to make sure that it's nice and strong. Next, I put this back on here and a bit on top, and I'm going to turn it sideways. I don't know if you'll be able to see it because I can't move my camera any further out. I measured I measured the space I would need here to make the sides of the drawer compartment. And as you can see, I've made them just slightly bigger. I measured it and then added once again 1/8 of an inch, just so that I would have enough room for the drawer to slide in and out. Okay, so that's that bit. Next, I cut out the 2 pieces. Obviously they need to be the full length, and that's not the right piece, that's the right piece, and the height, so I need 2 of those pieces. Every time I do a project, I save in this lovely box scraps of paper that might come in useful. So, and a lot of them are just bits of paper, bits of card. This is from when I made the Paris album, this is from my Raven album. So there's lots of little bits of paper there, and I've taken out some bits and I scored them, and I've lost a bit already because I need 4 bits. Scored them. Right, this is 1/4 inch, so I'm going to do it at 5/8 of an inch and just scale it down the middle. And for the moment, I am going to need 4, the length of the panel, so the length of the bottom of this. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Right, so I'm going to get some double-sided sticky tape on each side of the score line on those, and then I'll be right back. Right, so I ran out of tape halfway through. When you get to that last little bit of tape, and I do have a little bit here, don't throw it away. I know it seems worthless to keep, and it's really hard to find places to keep little bits, but when you're making the album, these little bits are just so useful for attaching magnets and little bits and pieces. So, and I've got a rail hanging on brackets above my desk, and I just hook it on there so that I know where it is, and then it's out of the way, but it's still handy. Anyway, right, when I put these on, I know that I want them to be just inside the edge here. So I don't want these on the outside, so that's no good. I want them on the inside, so they have to be this way. And because of that, so the corner, the crease on the hinges is going to be slightly in. And rather than measure 3 mils, it's easy just to put it on here. So I want 2 for that one. Oh, I didn't do my little bits there. This is where you don't throw away the other little bits. Going to need 2 for there. So I'll do that in a second. 2 for this one. Actually, I'll do it now. Forgot about them. Scissors. 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 Just get these little bits done. Oh, that's the other thing I do. It's really silly. When I cut it, I always cut, because I know these are going to be mitered anyway. I take off a little tiny bit of the paper, just there. Don't know if you can see that, and that just lets me know where the end of the roll is, so it's easier for me to find next time. That's all. Right, let's measure how these need to be. They need to be about that long. Yeah, never throw away these little bits that you cut off, because they're always going to come in useful. Just miter those edges slightly. Okay, and get these done. Right, see that? A little bit of a wobble, so I'm going to put that near the back, so the straight edge is near the front, even though I'll probably be covering it anyway. Pokey tool. This is another one of those projects where basically I'm making up as I go along. Maybe not necessarily a good thing, but you know, you never know what's going to happen. It could be fun. Could be a complete disaster. Could be a bit of both. So, you want to put these onto the edge of the, what is going to be the sides of the drawer unit. Top. You will be having hinges on the other side as well. Well, paper to hold it in place. Or, if you prefer duct tape, just use duct tape. I just think that paper hinges are slightly stronger than duct tape for this. God, I hate that red backing to the red line tape. It's like static and it sticks everywhere. And then one bit across the back. Oh, that needs to be cut down just a little bit. Better. Okay. So what this is going to do, this is going to be attached just on the inside here, like so. Let's get the other one taped up. Yeah, a tiny little bit taken off it as well. Always remember to give it a good burnish just to get out any air bubbles and make sure that the contact between the two surfaces is really onto that adhesive, so it sticks well and lasts a long time. So it's too much of a similar colour grey, I can't see what I'm doing. Oh, that one's a little bit short. I'm sure it'll be okay. How did I manage to get that one so short? I do not know. Okay, so, and this is where the fun begins. I would use glue, but unfortunately that's going to make it longer to dry, and I don't particularly want to, right, so I'm going to bump up against there, and then I'm just going to turn in, no I'm not, I'm going to hold up the sticky bit here. I'm going to line it up here. That is slightly bowed out. I'm assuming that is that bit and not my piece of chipboard. Could be. I've already taken the sticky off. Oh, see, it's already been one of those days. And then onto the back. Oh, yeah, it's just the paper covering of that that's slightly off. See, nice and flat there. Okay. And now for this second one. And I want this one. And this one. Oh, I can hear the oven timer. Someone's dinner is ready, but not mine. Okay. And make sure that that's nice and yeah. Okay. In all fairness, that was slightly easier than what I thought it was going to be. Now then, I do have double-sided on the back here, but I've just gone over it. I'm wondering whether to stick a piece just in the back. I don't think I will, but I will be sticking a piece of plain black card here and along the sides, possibly before I put this in. Make it slightly easier, because obviously the next thing that happens now is we'll know this is going to be fine to go in here, and hopefully when this is placed on top, there's still enough room to pull this in and out. That's going to be perfect. So this obviously will be going directly on top of here, so that's why I've taken that, because I didn't want that double thickness here. So this is going directly on top of here and be attached with the other half the hinges here, and then I'm going to back it in black card. What I shall probably do, I know what I would be doing, is I'll get a piece of card, because I know it's going to be slightly longer, and I'll fold it right the way in, so it'll come up the sides and fold over here. And the same for the bottom. So the bottom's not going to be too bad. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do next. No, I'm going to put this on now. I'm going to show you how I do it. Right, and I also need to put on some tape for the back here to attach that. So I'm going to use this carpet tape here. Should have probably measured that and cut it before. I stuck it on. That'll be fine. There's an extra bit of space there. Oh, actually, no. I'm going to do that. Oh well, it's going to come off anyway. There we go. What I think I'm going to do, I'm going to make a strip for the back here. So that'll be fine. Can't be bothered to get my scoreboard out for the minute, so I'm just going to a quick crease and measure the inside. Right. Okay. Let's just get some sticky tape on this. Right, this is going to be the hinge that goes, if I can get it in there, on the inside at the back. It will be tricky, but not impossible. This is where I find out that it is impossible. Like I said, I do faff, and faffing is not always the most ideal way to get things done. Cut that down slightly. Okay, so this is going to go across here. And the easiest way to do that is this is the back, going to put this on the bottom and the back. And it needs to be up onto the edge. Like so. Okay. Oh dear. Now then, the easiest way to do this, I think it might be, this may be completely wrong, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my tape backing off this bit at the back first. And take the tape backing off this bit. Okay. Now then. Oh, I hate doing things like this. I get so nervous. Right, I'm going to line that up and then drop it into place. That's good that side. That's not good that side. Oh, darn it. I shouldn't have squeezed, and I should have used glue. It's slightly off. Oh, this stuff's good and strong. Right. Let's try that bit again. Oh well, I'm going to cover that bit anyway. Right. Oh dear, this is not very good. The bits are falling off. Fail safe. Glue. This is Scotch Quick Dry Glue. Well, it used to be called Scotch Quick Dry Glue. Not too sure what it's called anymore. But I know they changed the name. If you wanted to, you could also use a bit of hot glue. If you feel more confident with hot glue. I am terrible with hot glue. Right. Okay. So, let's stick a bit of glue on the back of here. Okay, let's try again. I'm going to line it up this way instead. Oh, that is so much better. Should have done that one in the first place. There we go. As you can see, got that gap here between the backing I've just put on and the lid of the top box. And that's just so that the lid can still open up fully and drop back rather than be stuck upright. So, now I've done that, I want to line this up, see if I can get in there with my bone folder. Place that bit down at the bottom. Now, I'm going to take off my tape backing for these bits at the side. One. Hold that in place. That's that bit done, and now this side. Oh dear, I haven't even got down to even thinking about the mini album yet. So, I do have a lot of Christmas papers. I collect Christmas scrapbook papers. Okay. Now bear in mind that this will also be also going to put paper hinges on the outside to strengthen that. Okay, paper hinges for the outside. Sorry, I had a little glitch with my camera, but it's okay now. So, it's the top open of the box, the bottom of the box. It all goes in here. So I need a paper hinge here, and just for now, here. And that's all I'm going to have for the moment. So put it on this way, I think. And take off the backing here. Once again, all these bits of black card are taken from my stash box. I'm determined to use up as much as I can. I need space in my craft room. Like, this one's going to need to be squashed in a bit. So, which is why I'm doing this bit by bit. I'm not doing it. Not doing it with all the tape backing taken off. Doing one side at a time. Okay. Give this a squash and then pull that up. There we go. Last little one. So that's really secure, actually. Yeah, I definitely will use duct tape, I think, to go around the edges. So that's the, cut that down a bit. That's putting the two boxes together. That's all done for now, and I shall think about what I'm going to do for the next bit. These are going to be quite short tutorials, I think, just to a bit more in depth, but you know, showing more but shorter, hopefully. So this box is put together, thinking about what comes next. Bye for now.